Today we're talking about tractors, and more specifically, tractor mounts. Now I'm sure many of you are wondering why KAGE builds tractor undercarriages. Well, the tractor is an emerging force in the snow removal business. In Canada, tractors have been preferred choice for many years. KAGE sought this as an opportunity to bring progress and innovation to the industry here in the States. So why a tractor, you ask? Well, renting a tractor is cheap. Pound for pound, tractors can move large amounts of snow for very little cost up front. And tractors are comfortable and they're fast. Two features I'm sure all operators prefer. Mount the snowblower on the rear PTO and make it a dual threat in big snow country. Why buy a KAGE tractor mount? Well, it's simple. They're easy to install, they're more affordable than our competitors, and our mounts are built to withstand a constant pounding of abuse from snow plowing, something loader arms simply aren't built for. Your tractor mount will arrive much like a snowmobile, fully wrapped in a sturdy crate. When you tear away the wrap, look for the owner's manual found inside. Each manual comes with detailed part schematics and a step-by-step installation guide. Start with installing the side frames that mount on the left and right sides of the chassis. Insert one bolt at the rear end of the side frame to hold it up. At the front of both side frames, bolt on the side mount group brackets. Lift the front of the side frames into place and loosely bolt them onto the chassis. Then finish installing the remaining side frame bolts. Next, install the front mount. It'll help to use a floor jack or have someone help lift the mount in place and secure it with at least 2 bolts. Again, leave the bolts loose to easily install the remaining bolts. When everything is mounted, finish tightening all the hardware. To install the lift arm, it's best to use a floor jack or forklift if one's available. Slide the rock shaft pin through the side frames and lift arm. You might have to turn the wheel to the right for easier installation of the pin. Next, install the 1 3/4 hex lock nut. If you don't have the proper size socket, a pipe wrench will work too. At a bench, install the fittings to both lift cylinders. Refer to your owner's manual to make sure you're using the correct fittings. Next, attach the cylinders to the front mount. At the top and bottom of the left cylinder, add a T-fitting. Now install a cylinder bridge line to connect the top of both cylinders, then do the same for the fittings at the bottom of both cylinders. The upward bridge line drives the downward function of the plow, and the lower bridge line drives the upward function. Next, install the 4 standard egg couplings and soft plastic dust caps to the bulkhead. To install the mid to front hydroline hoses, attach the end of each hose to the upper and lower T's on the left cylinder. Next, loosen the plugs at the loader valve. With the tractor running, activate the joystick so you can determine the correct ports for the raise and lower function. Again, use a spotter to help with this process. Once you've determined the forward and back ports, attach the mid to front hydroline hose that runs from the top of the cylinders to the forward port. Repeat this process for the backward port that runs to the bottom of the lift cylinders. Hook up both the mid-front and rear-front hydro lines to the couplings at the bulkhead. These 4 bulkhead lines will run the plow angle function and, if equipped, the hydro clamp for the box attachment. Usually the operator prefers the plow angle function is hooked to the left and right joystick ports. However, depending on the tractor that you have, it may be necessary to run the plow angle function off the rear auxiliary. To simplify this process in the future, make note of which couplers go to which function. It's up to you to determine the best sequence that these couplers are installed. It may be helpful to use colored zip ties or tape to mark the ends. Finally, secure all the hoses with large supplied zip ties. Yep, we even include those in the kit as well. In the final phase of the installation process, we'll check for clearances and leaks. Start your tractor and crank the wheel of the tractor from right to left. If the tire hits the rock shaft, the tires need more clearance and you may need to flip your wheels to the wider stance or adjust the stop on the axle. Next, we'll attach the snow plow, a KAGE of course. Let's make sure that the top link is adjusted properly. When the plow is set all the way down, it should be perpendicular to the ground. We achieve this by turning the top link in or out. Next, lift the plow all the way to make sure that the top link doesn't interfere with anything. Here's where you can also adjust the lift height. By moving the top mast of the plow, you can shorten your top link, which will lift the plow faster. The shorter the top link, the higher the plow will raise. The tractor can be an amazing addition to your snow removal business. If you got any questions about our tractor mounts, just call or email us today. Our friendly staff is there to help you in any way we can. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone you think might be interested. Again, I'm Ken and Culpa. Take care and thanks for watching.